Let's connect with Raamdeo Agrawal to discuss market fundamentals. Raamdeo, good morning and thank you for joining us. Raamdeo, it's a record high for Nifty today. Do you think today's price action is all hope and hype because a BJP victory does not change or turn the fundamentals around?
So, what you're saying is right. The political change should lead to economic change. Now, good politics should lead to good economics. So, I think the hope in the market is that if there is a massive change in center, maybe in May, that should bring that economic change which was not happening for the last 3-4 years. So that's the hope, and I think for next 6 months we can only expect the hope building up as the event comes closer to the day. So that's the hope. People are betting on the waves which they have seen.
So Raamdeo, from now to May 2014, how much more upside can the market see with the kind of Modi wave that we are seeing in the country right now?
Yeah, so markets are very complex system. They have the local investors, they have the foreign investors, then you have all the global dynamics also working out, tapering and whatever happens, and what will be the eventual behavior of the foreigners. So I think one is the investor behavior, and second is what exactly the domestic investors do at this point of time, and how the opinion will be built. Because it's not only about buying the thing. If you don't sell, that has even more impact than not buying, just not buying. So clearly, if the foreigners want to come in next 6 months and the domestics they stop selling, I think that itself can galvanize the market to different levels. So I think those apart, that in a very granularity you cannot analyze. But the expectation today, the optimism, mood of optimism, the way markets can be demolished by pessimism, I think it takes a little time, but the optimism can take the market to a very different level. And that's what is going to be the story of next 6 months.
Right, Raamdeo, we saw a similar kind of an market action when UPA 2 came back in 2009. Market was circuit up and everyone thought that this is the new dawn or beginning of a new India. But markets got it completely wrong. This time around, are markets getting it wrong again?
Quite possible. See, you can never rule out any of the possibilities in the sense that, but first thing is that UPA came in and then market gave a salami. So today, market, there is a semi-final, which I would term it almost like close to a final kind of thing, has happened, and then market is going salami. Now, it is for the people who are coming in power or are likely to come in power that they learn from the last experiment and they must try to live up to the expectation of the people. Actually, post-election, the whole government went into so-called policy paralysis instead of policy hyperactivity in the policy front. So if the same thing again gets repeated, obviously the outcome will be the same.
Raamdeo, how should one invest in this kind of a market? Fundamentals have not changed. Tapering concerns are not over. As of now, there is a lot of hope that things at center will change and India and a new economic cycle for India will start. Those who are planning to invest now, are they taking not a small but a big leap of faith?
No. See, listen, Nico, investing in equities is not about buying today and selling tomorrow. The way I understand it. This is not a timing issue. The issue is that you must buy equities when the savings permit you. And you should have a portfolio of good quality companies in when there is a wave and when there is no wave. So the issue is that investing has to be business-like. It has to be very intelligent, and one should not be carried away by emotions. That is one of the biggest danger which we have today. If today market goes up by 500 points or 600 points, tomorrow morning the whole nation should not come in and start buying a stock whichever has gone up yesterday. So that's not the way to invest. But you have to start methodically thinking whether whether the business conditions or businessmen or enterprises, they will have a better play in India in terms of trying to make money. And hence, does the market think that India Inc. will make more money and faster money in next 10 years than what it was thought till yesterday?
Raamdeo, is it time to increase exposure to the banking pack, in particular PSUs, which have underperformed?
Yeah, selectively, one has to go about looking at this local cyclicals and the ones which have been badly impacted by the policy parameters, in last 10 years or of the rule, like oil companies or telecom companies, or a lot of these companies have been very badly impacted by whatever policies government has pursued in last 10 years. I mean, maybe not intentional, but that has been the result. So those sectors should see the biggest delta if the regime changes. But on top of it, the collateral damages happen eventually to the banks, and the banks, PSU banks, have been the biggest sufferer because of all the bad loans corporates have given to them. So my sense is that PSU bank has a lot, and I think that we need a policy change even in the outlook about the PSU banks. I mean, it has gone on forever that government cannot go below 51% and all. I think there has to be thinking about how do you manage the PSU banks so that they can be very, very competitive player in the banking space, which is very important. Apart from the profitability of the PSU bank, I think it is very, very important for the way we handle our savings in the country. So I think we're going to see some dramatic shift in these thought processes.
Raamdeo, the opinion for IT is slightly divided. If I look at what a TCS has done, what a HCL Tech has done, what other IT companies have done on an absolute basis from 2008, they've been marked outperformers. But there are two ways to look at IT. A, will IT benefit in an environment where rupee is strengthening? Or B, IT is a good place to be